Hello there, Plisky here from the Grim Reapers. What I have here for you today is the NS-37 bundle from FC Technologies. The NS-37 is a replica of the Saab 37 flight stick. This has been sent to me at the manufacturer's cost for an unbiased review. So let's have a look. Despite travelling all the way from Lithuania to the UK, the packaging box did not seem to take that much of a bashing. There were a few visible marks on the outside, but there was nothing major, and the smaller boxes inside showed no sign of damage. Behind the packaging, you get the NS-37 grip, their desk mount, the Evo base, the base plate for mounting on your desk, and a base plate for use on top of your desk. There's an instruction manual and a connecting cable. Opening the boxes, the foam holding the components fit snug inside, and nothing was loose despite its long journey. The desk mount is relatively simple to piece together once you know how. There are no pictures or diagrams in the instructions, so there's a chance if you already know how it goes together, you probably already have one. For someone who's never put one together before, I did need the assistance of a picture on the website, and then it was an easy assembly. So all in all, it wasn't a massive problem. Once assembled, it clamped to my desk securely, so no complaints there. There is an adjusting bolt on the back for different thicknesses of desks, so don't be like me and unscrew all 4 screws on the back to move the whole clamp assembly. It's a simple nut. Easy peasy. Moving on to the Evo base, it is a solid metal construction with pre-drilled holes for whichever base you decide to attach. You are provided with alternative springs and cams if you wish to change the tension of the stick, but I will not be touching that in this review as I will most likely obliterate it because I am useless with this stuff. When the Evo base and the base plate are mounted together, they feel almost watertight, so they feel very well made. The grip is made of solid plastic and nicely put together. I would say the stick favours the large hands as it's rather chunky. A couple of the buttons I found required me to move my hands in order to reach them. This isn't the fault of the grip, as it is a replica. I thought it might just be worth noting if you have smaller hands. The grip dimensions are as follows: 88mm long, 80mm wide, 212mm high. It weighs 390 grams. It's made of high-strength, impact-resistant premium plastic. It has a mini-DIN 5-pin connection. It's compatible with Virpil bases, Thrustmaster bases including Ava, Moser bases, and Rhino bases. The software needed for configuration and adjustment will be the FC Technologies engine, which can be found on their website. And it also comes with a 2-year warranty. In order to plug in the stick to the base, there's a wire that pulls out the bottom of the handle. It doesn't pull out very far, making it a tad fidgety. I needed the assistance of either the Allen key or a set of pliers to be able to get a good connection. FC Technologies are already aware of this issue. After having spoken to one of the engineers, they stated that they have something in future to get rid of the cable, which is good news. The NS-37 comes with 2 Allen keys, one of which is for enabling or disabling the twist grip, and the other one is for adjusting the tension of the Z-axis. In order to have the stick function correctly, you'll need to head over to the FC Technologies website and download their FCT engine. It is easy to install, and it will recognize your grip once it's plugged in.
Right, to start off with, we've got forwards, backwards, left and right. We've got Z-axis, both left and right. And then we've got the 2 8-way hats. This one with push button functionality, and we've got them on the right, which also has push button functionality. Trigger safety, with a little button underneath for gatherings of weapon release, and we've got another button underneath that. And with the weapon safety open, we've got a 2-stage trigger that can be pressed. With it closed, we can't press it. And below that, we've got 2 more buttons. And we've got an encoder dial as well. Very good. Happy.
When you come to bind your buttons in DCS, if indeed you are playing DCS, you'll notice there are 2 columns for the same stick. There's a left one and a right one. What I've found so far is that most of the buttons are on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, what you'll find it is the left 8-way hat from the 10 o'clock position all the way clockwise to about the 5 o'clock position. All those buttons will be on the right stick. Is it an issue? Not really. Once you realize it's not inputting, you can just swap sides. So I'm doing the right trim there on the left 8-way hat, and the left trim's not working, so that's me trying to do the right trim now. It's not working, but if I go left, it'll do trim left. So, not too much of an issue. It is something FC Technologies is working on at the moment. The prices as of the 23rd of January 2025, the full NS37 bundle has been reduced to €330, excluding VAT. If you would like the mini bundle, it's €389.90, excluding VAT. The base stick on its own is €169.50, excluding VAT. My personal impressions? Well, if you're a Viggen fan, I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all. If you're looking to make a homemade Viggen cockpit, then this is absolutely a must-have. Although it is made of plastic, it is really, really solid. Fits together nicely, it's nice and light, there's no flexing. It feels better plastic than what I've got in my car. When you use the NS37, the first thing you're probably going to realise is how smooth it feels. The action is incredibly smooth and equal throughout. You don't get any more tension when you're pushing hard than you do when you're moving it a little bit. It makes flying pretty much effortless. All the axes are fully customizable with replaceable cams and springs, and also the Z-axis can be adjusted with Allen keys, so you can have it exactly how you want it, whatever feels best for you. There was also an unintentional test involving myself and the delivery driver. The stick was delivered 24 hours before notifying me, so the stick had to spend the night outside in -3 temperatures, covered in snow, and when I plugged it in, worked perfectly fine. So if you don't have enough money to pay your bills, or you don't want to pay your bills, you can absolutely get this stick and know it will function perfectly fine when you're freezing. A major positive for buying the stick is FC Technologies themselves. They have fantastic customer service. On receipt of the stick, there was an issue with the twist functionality not returning to center properly. Straight away, they arranged a return and replacement at their own cost. When I believed there was a problem with the replacement, they put me in touch with an engineer that diagnosed the problem and fixed it within about 5 minutes. It turns out the issue was my sausage fingers. They've been very patient with me and my questions, so it's nice to see a company with some good, responsive customer service. I do believe you'll be looked after by FC Technologies. If I had to absolutely nitpick about that NS37, I think it would be the stage 1 trigger is slightly spongy, more than I would personally like. But is this what the real aircraft is like? It may well be. I've never even sat in a real Viggen, or even seen one personally. But when you're flying, do you notice it? No, not at all. The cable that connects the base to the computer is quite thick, so when you're plugging it in and you've got the desk mount on, it can move you quite far back. So it just moves you a bit further away from your monitor. It just takes a bit of getting used to. My last point will be there's no wrist rest on the stick. So if you're using it on top of your desk, you may get an aching arm after a little while. If you've got the desk clamp, it's not going to be a problem because it's between your legs or to your side, wherever you want it. Yeah, so that's it, really. Everything else, it's brilliant. Feels great. I've been your mundane host, Plesk. I hope this video has helped at least one person decide whether they want it or not. And thank you to FC Technologies for sending this out for review. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon.